My name is Sarah, and I work as a night shift gas station attendant. Tonight, I experienced something that shook me to my core. I was working at the gas station on a stormy night when suddenly the power went out, leaving me in complete darkness. The rain pounding on the roof and the wind howling outside made it impossible to hear anything else. I was trapped and vulnerable, and being alone in the dark made my heart race with fear. As I sat in silence, I heard strange noises coming from outside. At first, it was just a faint tapping sound, but it grew louder and more persistent with each passing moment. The sound seemed to be coming from all around me, and I couldn't shake the feeling that something was watching me. As the storm intensified, so did my fear. I knew I had to find a way to survive until it passed, but I felt like something was lurking in the darkness, waiting to attack. I frantically searched for a flashlight, but all I could find were a few candles and matches. I lit them and tried to calm myself down, but the shadows in the room's corners seemed to grow darker and more sinister with each flicker of the candlelight. I barricaded in the back room and waited for the storm to pass, but the strange noises continued. Then, suddenly, I heard a loud crash coming from outside, followed by footsteps approaching the gas station. My heart raced as I tried to remain silent and undetected. Then, I heard the footsteps get closer until they stopped outside the door. I held my breath, waiting for whatever was out there to make its move. But then, the footsteps receded, and the storm calmed down. When the power returned, I quickly checked the security footage, but there was no sign of anyone or anything outside. As I sat there in shock, I realized that I might never know what was lurking in the darkness that night, but I knew one thing for sure. I would never forget the feeling of being trapped and vulnerable amid a violent storm. I work at a gas station, a crappy job I took out of compulsion. It's not the kind of work I enjoy, but it pays the bills. The long hours and repetitive tasks are enough to make anyone want to quit. I remember my terrible experience at my previous pizza delivery job that caused me to stop. My friends have warned me that gas stations are common targets for thieves, especially at night. So, when Monday night arrived, I was on edge. That's when an older man, about 68, entered the gas station. The older man's battered car looked like the one from the movie Duel, and for a moment, I felt like I was living out a scene from the classic Spielberg thriller. He appeared to be sleep-deprived, wearing a black leather jacket and driving an old Ford Mustang. I filled his tank with $20 worth of gas, and he stayed at the pump for a few minutes before returning to the store. I couldn't see him through the window, and I started to worry that he might have had a stroke or something, so I searched for him, even checking the restroom. The maid became suspicious, and we heard a sound from the back of the shop. I investigated and found it all. Thin older man examining the inventory. He was drunk and had a switchblade. The robber demanded money from the office and took several expensive liquor bottles before leaving in his battered car. We called the police, but they arrived too late. In the meantime, we feared for our lives. As the night dragged on, I couldn't shake the feeling that something else would happen. I tried to keep myself busy with my duties, but my mind raced with thoughts of what could happen next. Then, I noticed a strange figure standing outside the gas station. It was tall and thin like the robber before, but this one was different. Its eyes glowed with an otherworldly light, and its skin appeared made of some dark energy. I couldn't move or speak as the figure slowly approached me. The clock on the wall ticked away, each second feeling like an eternity. When it finally reached me, I was paralyzed with fear, but instead of attacking me, the figure spoke.
You are in danger.
It said in a voice that sounded like it came from the depths of the underworld.
Leave this place now, or suffer the consequences.
The police arrived soon after I fled the gas station. They took my statement and promised to investigate, but I never heard back from them. Months passed, and the memory of that night faded, but every time I passed by that gas station, I couldn't help but wonder what became of the mysterious figure.